hi. Everybody knows me, right? Miss Tara? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you today. Well, we're going to talk about comedy and humor today, and I'm going to teach you about it because Miss Erin hates funny things, right, Miss Erin? Okay, so do you guys like funny things? Comedy movies?
Yeah.
Is comedy like your favorite type of movie? Drama. What about like telling jokes? Do you like to tell jokes?
I like to hear jokes.
You like to hear jokes. Do you like to tell jokes? No. Do you like to hear jokes?
Yes.
Tell them or hear them or both?
Hear them.
Because nobody likes to tell jokes. What about in your country? Do you think it's like our comedy movies popular in your country?
Yes.
Are they the same like comedy movies here?
Yes.
Same jokes? Okay. And yet, is telling jokes popular in your country? Okay. Okay. And do you think that jokes can work in any language, or do you think there's jokes that are funny in your country that here is like sometimes? Sometimes, like when? When is something that's only funny in your country that wouldn't be funny here?
It's like sometimes
Uh-huh. So then it would be like the same. Okay. When would it be different? Like what's something that you might think is funny in your country, or funny here that in your country people would be like, what?
when you have to use like a person that you don't know in the country, in the other country.
Yeah.
So it's humor.
Exactly. Like a lot of jokes here, people make a lot of jokes about politics, politics. But do you know all the politics in America? So will you think those jokes are funny?
No.
Is that kind of joke popular in your country? Like about politics or like famous people?
Yeah.
Famous people, yeah. Okay, what about like language, like the way something sounds? Do you think in your country it's like sounds different?
Yes.
Do you understand a lot of jokes in English or you don't understand?
No.
You don't understand? You don't understand a lot? No. Why? Because the language or because you don't understand like the person that it's about? Like if you say you don't understand.
Maybe the difference was the language.
You don't understand the language? What do you think?
Usually I didn't understand what about.
What the topic is of the
Yes.
joke?
Yes. And what is the difference in this country? Very similar.
Uh-huh.
I didn't understand his joke was real.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's true. So sometimes you hear something and you're like, is it for real? I mean, sometimes that even happens to me. When you hear something and you're like, are they joking? Are they... Do you know what it means, sarcastic? Sarcastic? Yeah. So it's like sometimes you can't tell, like, if it's really sarcastic or real. Okay, all right, so let's look at page 86 in your book. And we have some little cartoons here, okay? So I want you guys to tell each other, do you think this cartoon, each cartoon, is funny or not funny? Okay, page 86. And see if you can identify, on the bottom it says, what is the topic? Like frustrations, relationships, technology. So see if you think it's funny or not funny, and what is the topic? Tell each other. Is it serious? 86. Damn, we're on page 86.
Yes, I did it.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about those in a second. What about these? Do you understand them? None of them? What about that one? Yeah, so she's going to email him. Are they actually going to talk?
No.
No. So what do you think the topic is in that one? Do you think it's frustrations, technology, relationships, differences? All right, so what do we think about cartoon number one? First of all, let's it funny or not funny?
Not fun.
Who says not funny? Raise your hand. Who says funny? Nobody says funny. Okay, I was saying, I think this one's funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Okay, well, do you understand it?
No.
You don't understand it. Explain for her. Did
No,
you understand? I'm never too, no matter how busy I am, I'm never too busy to complain.
No, she's complaining.
Yeah, she's complaining, right? But it's like, it's true, like, do you ever complain about how busy you are? Whoever says, I'm so busy, I'm so busy. But in the time that you say that you're so busy, you could do something that you... Yeah, or, and I know that the negative person just like, you take a lot of time. Like if you talk to your friends for 20 minutes about, I have so much homework, I have so much homework, I don't have any time for my homework, and you talk to your friend for like 20 minutes, in those 20 minutes you could finish the homework. Alright, so what do we think the topic is? Everyday frustrations, technology, human nature, differences, or relationships? Everyday frustrations? Okay. Alright, what about number 2? Richard, we need to talk, I'll email you. Funny or not funny?
Funny.
Who says funny? Who says not funny? Okay, so like split in half. Do we understand this one?
Yes.
What's the joke? So is she actually going to talk?
No.
No, right? She's going to email. And so what do we think the topic of this one is? Technology, probably. And relationships too. Technology and relationships. What do you think? Do you do that? Would you prefer to talk to somebody or text them? Text.
Both.
Both. Both. Okay. All right, what about number 3? Funny or not funny?
Funny.
Funny? Not funny? Okay, everyone over here says yes. Do you understand? What is the topic of that one?
Isn't it like cell phone? Isn't like
The plane?
Yeah, but what does it say about... Okay. What is it saying like about people? If he's saying, would you mind talking to me? I forgot my cell phone.
he wants to start over.
Uh-huh. And is that normal or not normal? Why? Because what do people usually do? What do you do when you're on the bus? Play your phone, right? So it's like he will only talk to the person if it's like the last option. Like, oh, I have nothing else to do, I guess we can talk. All right, what do we think the topic of that one is?
Frustration.
Human nature.
Kind of all of them, right? I think technology, relationships. Okay, and what about the last one? Don't you understand this is life? We can't switch to another channel. Not funny? Yes, funny? Yes, funny? What do you think? Is that one funny or not funny?
I don't think it's funny.
Not funny?
It's
Okay,
because
why?
you have
Why
kids.
Why not?
It's sad sometimes.
It's sad? Why is it sad?
It's so sad. Because he is showing like
Difficult.
life is really difficult.
Well, maybe we don't understand this one. Because it's not really about life being difficult. It's more like the kids. Like, if the kids don't like something, what do they normally do? Turn it off, change. Oh, I don't like this movie, next. I don't like this, next. But like, can you do that in real life? No. So it's more like a joke about the kids. Like, oh, the kids don't understand that you can't just like press a button to fix real life. I mean, it still maybe is not funny, but... All right, what do we think the topic of that one is? Human nature? Frustrations? Maybe. Which one? Okay, all right, we're going to listen for a second. So don't look. Close your book for a second. Don't look. We're going to listen. We're going to have Nora and Nick. We're going to see if we can understand this story. Well, we'll see if we think it might be a funny story. Maybe we don't think it's funny. All right, let's see if we can listen and see what happens.
Unit 8. Humor.
Okay, here we go.
Page 87. Exercise C. Sound bites. Read and listen to a conversation between two colleagues at work.
So, how did the meeting go?
Don't ask.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Well, first of all, I was late, which was embarrassing enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm sneaking in, trying not to get noticed, and when I sit down, the chair leg breaks.
Right in front of everyone? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
I have to admit, it was pretty funny.
You're a good sport. I would have died.
You think it's funny?
Yes.
Page 88. Exercise A.
Did we understand what happened?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
And he late and he was this in the rock.
So he was late, Nick was late, and well, when you're late, what do you try to do when you're late?
Excuse?
He didn't say it about an excuse. He was trying to do something because he was late. Hmm? Be quiet. Yeah, he says I was sneaking in. Like you don't want your boss to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, but then did everybody see him?
Yes.
Why? What happened?
Chair broken.
His chair broke. Okay, did he think it was funny or not funny?
Yes,
Well, he said it was, everybody laughed, right? And he said, well,
Okay.
I laughed too. So then, did you hear what Nora says at the end? What was the last thing she said? Let's see if we can hear that part again. Just the very last thing that she said.
I didn't mean to laugh.
I have to admit, it was pretty funny.
You're a good sport. I would have died.
You're a good sport. I would have died. So what does it mean you're a good sport? Sort of.
Yeah, because she's gonna be shy.
Yeah. So it's like, was he like really embarrassed or he was like, oh, okay. Okay, right? So like that, he's a good sport, like he didn't panic or get angry or like, it's like, even though the joke was about him, it was still like, it was okay. And then she says, I would have died. What does that mean? We would have died.
She became very shy.
Yeah, she would be really embarrassed, right? Like if it was her, she would not laugh. She would be like, what would you do? Embarrassed?
Do nothing. No.
Do nothing? Would you laugh?
Yes.
Would you laugh?
Like one day when I was sleeping, like at school, it's a lunchtime, and we start eating just sleeping on the table.
Uh-huh.
It's like, but my table falls.
Fell, uh-huh. And did everybody laugh?
Yes.
Did you laugh?
Yes, and my teacher didn't understand what's happened because she was sitting down in her office,
Uh-huh.
and he heard, oh my God, just something broken.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard sound.
Okay, so we think he's a good sport if he laughed at his own desk breaking? Okay, all right, so if we look at page 87 now, we have some words that all mean something like funny, or something related to funny, but they're all a little bit different. Okay, so what do we think amusing means, the first word, amusing? Any ideas? Funny, super funny or a little funny?
A little?
A little. Yeah, amusing's like, it's funny. What about hilarious?
A lot.
A lot.
Really funny, yeah. What about silly?
Bad.
It's sort of bad. What did you say? It's sort of like stupid, but stupid is like bad. Silly is like stupid, but more like what a little kid, you know, like oh, it's so silly. And then same with the next one, childish. What does that mean? Like a child. Seems to me that a child would do. But childish, is it usually a good thing or a bad thing? If I tell you you're being childish, bad. It's like grow up, be more mature. Okay, what about ridiculous? Any ideas?
Embarrassed?
Hmm?
Embarrassed?
It's not embarrassed.
No.
No.
It's bad.
Like funny. It can be funny or it can be bad.
Yeah.
Ridiculous is something like crazy, like you don't believe it. If you think something's ridiculous, you don't believe that it's true. Like you think it can't be true, it's ridiculous, like it's crazy. So it could be funny, or it could be like, you're lying, don't be ridiculous, like don't say things that are crazy. So it could be both. All right, what about cruel? Is that one good or bad? Bad. What does it mean? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, like you make someone sad. You do something like mean, like that hurts someone. Okay, then what about disgusting? It's bad too. What does it mean? Like, what kind of bad?